My family subscribes to a well-worn culinary course of action on Yom Kippur, the most solemn religious fast of the Jewish year. We begin with a festive meal, oatmeal-colored matzah balls reposing in bright yellow chicken soup enlivened with dill. Braised for hours beef brisket paired with broccoli mornay, and rice pilaf enriched with caramelized onions. Pears turned crimson by their long bath in spiced red wine complete the meal. Hors d'oeuvres are never given a thought, since dinner is invariably a race against sunset, by which time we must be in synagogue. For the next 25 hours, we pray, atone, and fast until the rabbi blows the shofar, signaling the Day of Atonement is over and we are free to break the fast. I prepare for this celebratory meal days earlier when I make the run from my home in Queens to Russ and Daughters, the renowned appetizing store in Lower Manhattan. I arrive close to 9 in the morning and quickly take a number from the ticket dispenser. I know I will have at least 60 minutes to revisit the photographs of 4 generations of ownership displayed on the walls and delight in the bounty before me. Great sides of smoked salmon, Irish, Scotch, Norwegian, Western Nova, little chubs, big whitefish, satiny sable, exotic caviars, pickled herrings, cream cheese, schmears, babkas, and bagels crowned with seeds. As I wait, I nod hello to familiar faces from last year's culinary pilgrimage. Time passes. The number currently being served signals that I can inch closer to the carving station of my favorite server. If I'm lucky, she will be free when it's my turn. 93, Martha's voice rings out. Yes. A brief smile, good to see you, how have you been? Then on to business. Let's start with the fish. How many people? 10. I'm debating between the Scotch salmon and the Irish this year. I'll give you a taste of each. The Scotch, I finally tell her, after savoring its subtle combination of smoke, salt, and fat. Marta picks up a long, thin carving knife, her other gloved hand anchoring the fish. No surgeon has a sharper scalpel or a better feel for the angle at which to make the incision and the pressure required to produce the desired result. Slice after slice of translucent salmon. The scale registers a pound. Is that it? She asks. Not yet. I want some of the sturgeon from the back. She smiles, maneuvers past her colleagues, turns right at the end of the display cases, and enters the dimly lit storeroom. Minutes later, she wends her way back, cradling a brown paper package. How many slices? 8 or 9. It's just for me. She unwraps the sturgeon and carefully cuts the white flesh on the bias. As the fish adjusts to room temperature, droplets of fat ooze onto the knife, lubricating the blade for the next slice. She offers me a generous sample. The meat is mild, slightly sweet, with a hint of smokiness. It has an unctuous quality, but there's no suggestion of greasiness. It is supremely moist and exceptionally delicious. At almost $60 a pound, I am grateful that no one else in the family reveres the sturgeon from the back as I do. The 9 slices will cost about $30, but I legitimize my lavish indulgence as a once-a-year purchase. We arrive home from synagogue to the smell of fresh coffee and erupt into the dining room. Taking pride of place on the damask-covered table is a curious wooden platter shaped like an elongated fish, its head and tail rendered in sculptured brass. It carries the best of the best from Russ and daughters. The sturgeon, however, sits alone at my elbow, isolated from the main culinary offerings. We fill our plates, drink to the new year, and set the inevitable political discourse in motion.